Hey folks, welcome back. You know, irony is really something interesting. One of my viewers made an observation in a program today, which is pretty obvious if you think about it, but connecting the two dots doesn't always work. So the ANC, the African National Congress, has called for a national dialogue. They are demanding, and they've already started this, where influential people and leaders of groups and civic groups and politicians come together to discuss what South Africa should be. We already had this. It was called CODESA back in the early 1990s. It's a complete boondoggle. There's no reason for it whatsoever. They're going to spend something in the order of 437 million rand to hold this national dialogue. Everyone knows what South Africa needs. It needs a non-racial government that's not corrupt to deliver services to South African citizens and to protect them. That's what it needs. But apparently that's something that the ruling party is incapable of, and the government of national unity is also incapable of. So the ANC wants a boondoggle, but the real purpose of the national dialogue is to pour patronage money on their friends and favored classes of people, as well as get attention for the ANC, which is flailing, which is in trouble, deep political trouble. But here's the irony. They're arguing that South Africans need to have a conversation. You need to have a dialogue. You need to engage and talk to people. But what do they do in the United Nations? Now, it was widely reported, and I haven't talked about this previously, but apparently when Netanyahu spoke at the United Nations Assembly, South African delegation got up and walked out. What happened to dialogue? What happened to discussion? What happened to listening to others? Funny how it only works when it suits their needs. In fact, dialogue is exactly what's needed over Gaza, and has been needed for a long time. But the ANC, blind with their love of terrorism and the terrorist state of Hamas, terrorist party, gets up and walks out and disrespects the leader of a sovereign nation. A democratically elected government, much more credible and legitimate than the government of South Africa. And they just walk out on them. So much for dialogue. There's irony for you, folks. There's irony. What say you, South Africa, Mzansi? Cheers. Take care.